Today, the day is broken down into 3 sessions.
In early 60s, fertilizer usage was up to early 19 restricted to use on big farms, settler farms. That's chemical fertilizer I'm talking about. And the smallholder was not using much fertilizer.
In 1970s, the Kenyan population was below 10 million. Today, we are almost touching the 60 million mark. And the same land that used to feed 10 million is expected to feed us as we go to beyond 60 billion. And the land, agricultural land, which used to be there, is under threat. It is now left to us to see how we can increase production per unit area. And how we can do that is by efficient use of fertilizers. We don't underuse and we don't overuse, and we are going to be guided by soil analysis.
So you have to take your soils for testing so that you are told which fertilizers to apply, how to apply, and let the industry players also ensure that they stick to the standards that are done consultatively at KICC.
We as an industry, we have come up with many programs and many formulations that are tailor-made to specific regions. Formulation for high acidic areas, crop-specific.
For us, what we are seeing is that we need to train the farmers in terms of the practices that are required so that we can maintain the soil health and so that we can also be able, because we are talking about a resource that we are relying on for food and nutrition security.
In order for us to thrive and survive and succeed as an industry, we have to have our farmers thriving and succeeding. And so this whole conversation is really about a systems approach. Soil health is a system, a management system that we have to apply.
Speaking from a farmer's perspective, all farmers need healthy soils. Farmers need healthy soils that are able to produce more so that they can earn more from their enterprise. It means that a farmer can rely on the innovations of the technologies, and then they are affordable. This is very key.
Mr. Gola made a very powerful statement. He said soil health is not for the farmers alone. Think about your life if soil health collapsed today. That's why at OCP we are thinking about this. We are not only pushing out fertilizers, but also supporting farmers to maintain their soil sustainably.
Whatever recommendations, whatever thoughts that we want to pass across, let them be backed by some scientific findings and information.
We have talked for too many years about these problems. Policy is no longer the problem. The science is not the barrier. The barrier is investment. Let's just invest in our soils. Let's figure out the right incentive mechanisms, and let's bring in the right combination of financing modules to basically get things up and running.
Soil fertility versus soil health. Peter, your story about how OCP realized you're not a phosphorus company, you're actually a soil fertility company. I think we now need to become a soil health company because we need to push that together. The farmer needs all three.
At One Acre Fund, we don't see that there's one silver bullet that can solve the soil degradation pandemic. We use GPS mapping and agroecological trials to make sure that the farmers receive the right amount of product, the right product at the right time, so that they get the soil that they have gets what it needs.
The conversation with the farmer today is that they know. However, in terms of having the extra cash to invest, is a bit of a challenge because their revenues remain the same.
We have some studies that have been done. They're not very old. I think there's one from Calro, there's another one from LCD that shows that we lose about 5% of GDP because of degraded soils.
I would actually want to appreciate this conference because we've achieved one, perhaps a way forward around an issue we've been always battling? Is it organic versus inorganic? I think today we are agreeing that it's not either or, it's and.
But still, I would like to emphasize once more that for any kind of policy shifts, it needs really the recognition at the highest political level that it needs both inorganics and organics for closing the yield gap. And we neither need the zero fertilizer ideology, nor we need the uncritical promotion of chemical or mineral fertilizer use for the sake of productivity.